All right, welcome back. Tonight we're going to break down this hive and check a few things out. Like I said, we're going to go through and look at the health of the hive and look for any infestations and smoke and see, the brood chamber, see what we got going on, what kind of stages our larvae are in, make sure we don't have any infestations, and just kind of look around in there, give it an eyeball. We got a little bit of smoke here, like I said, nice, cool, white, heavy, thick smoke. Good, happy, not too much, don't get crazy. Looks like I'm smoking the hive out. I'm actually in front of it right now. But right now we're going to go ahead and just give a little bit of smoke. Don't go crazy with it. That may have looked a little crazy. It's not that much. So we're going to smoke them down, let them chill out for a minute, let them kind of take that in, got a woo-saw going on. And we'll start breaking this box down. What I'm looking for, like I said, is we're looking for varroa mites. Little mites to get on them like this, and see if we need to start to put some strips in here into preventive maintenance for that. And also going to look for hive beetles, which will go in there and they'll actually get into the comb and stuff like that and just create havoc in there. And there's some tests you can do to do like samples, like with a wash and stuff like that. We may need to do that, but we're going to look in there first to see if it's even an issue before I go that route and start doing what they call a mite count, and you can use alcohol base or powdered sugar with a screen. There's several different ways that you can do that, but before we get into all that kind of stuff, we're just going to go in and break this hive down and kind of look what's going on there and kind of see what's looking like in there. We're going to see if it's time to put another frame on and see if it get a little crowded. So right now we're going to get in there and check this out. So let's get going. And we're going to start with taking off the upper box cover here. Like I said in my last video that we are going to cut down this stand a little bit, make it a little bit lower. But I was actually supposed to do this video yesterday. We had a big storm come in again, so we've had some crazy weather. Right now I'm going to leave the stand tonight. I'm going to break this hive down, but I'm going to leave the stand this hive right now. One thing, yes, it's a little high. It's a little aggravating to work with sometimes, but for the sake of y'all, because I love you, it's a little easier to video at this angle. If I'm down here, if I got it down here, it's going to be just kind of like, hey, come look at the hive. So for right now, we're going to rock this and see what happens. So without further ado, we'll pop a little more smoke in there. Just a wee bit. And give them a second to digest that and carry on. Like I said, they've been really aggravated, a little antsy the last few days, and probably a good chance I'm going to get stung today. Down with that. Hopefully I don't take a couple to the face. Say wear light colors. I tried to not do what they tell me to do, and glasses and all that, bug eyes, bears, something. But we'll see what happens. But right now I'm going to go with the old-fashioned approach is just be cool about it. So let's take this top one off. See what we're working with. I tell you, even though this first hive stand did not work out like I planned, it makes a great little utility stand over here while I'm working on the hive. So this is where I've been doing my feeder. Actually, I took it out earlier. You can't see it. This is where I usually put my feeder jar here. It's got a slotted top, and I've been sticking this bad boy together. Ooh, we have a gaggle of bees, fellas. Look at this. We have a what for of bees. Look at all them happy guys. So like I said, it's got a slot in the middle. That's where I sit my feed jar over the top of that, and that's where they feed from. And man, they're looking good. Got a healthy group in here. Let's set this off to the side. Try not to squish any of our little buddies here. So we get a little ornery when we start squishing them. So we kind of try not to squish them. I'm looking as I'm going through here. You can't really tell what I'm doing right now, but what I'm doing is I'm looking at the back of them. Good matter of fact, oh man, you saw me without my sunglasses on. Mark that on your calendar, guys. Woody with no glasses on. Okay. What I'm looking for is I'm looking on the back of them, look to see if they have any mites on them. If there's any larvae, any beetles up in here doing some crazy stuff. And right now we're looking pretty old good. Everybody looks pretty happy there. Set this off to the side. Hi, being squishy there. That's looking good. Top box here is looking amazing. It's really rocking and rolling. I'm going to give you a quick gander at this here. See what we're working with. Full of bees, full of bees. Let's see it. I saw a drone in there. But like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to pull some boxes down and give it a little gander inside. You can tell it's overcast. It's humid. But you hated that. It's overcast. It's humid. They're a little gripey. I'm doing this anyway, so I've got 5,000 pounds of smoke back here. Let's put that smoke box off to the side. I'm not having a sip of adult beverage off camera. I promise you, I'm not. I'm a liar. That's anti-sting venom. That's what I was. Anti-sting venom. It's all good. So we're gonna pull a couple of these out and see what's going on with these bad boys. See how they're working, man. They are full. And like I said, I'm gonna rock the no excluder. The excluder. A lot of people are asking me, what are you talking about? You keep saying no excluder, no excluder. There's actually a bar that goes in here in between some of the frames or some of the boxes. And it's got bars in it. Only the smaller bees, the queen's bigger than the rest of them, so she can't get through there. So it keeps her down in a certain area, so she can't lay eggs up where you might be expecting to get your honey from. And the pros and cons, like I said before about that, are it makes it a lot easier when you're harvesting honey, but it really puts a lot of wear and tear on the worker bees, on their wings and such. Makes a lot of, God, these things are sticky. Oh, sorry. Really sticky. And full. This is what you call drawn out. That is comb o' honey. There's just a mess of it. And as I'm looking on here, I'm looking for, look at that pollen, all that in there. Look at that. So what I'm looking for any mites on any of the bees. Overall health. Look at see, boy, they're just filling in frames. They are just going to work, storing off stuff. See the propolis on the bottom. We'll clean that off if we need to, if it starts to get kind of crazy on there. Beautiful outside frame, completely slam drawn full all the way outside. That's what we want to see. So I'm going to put this in my handy dandy little frame holder over here. Careful not to squish my little buddies. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, that's my handy dandy little frame holder I built over there. Yeah, that may be a little too tall, but that is just perfect. So let's give us a good idea of what's going on in here. So I'm going to give a little squirt, some smoke. Not drinking adult beverages off camera. Give me a little squirt. All right. So we're just going through here, looking at 1, 2, 3, and 4, just checking out what's going on. And they say you really don't want to go into your hive too often. This is what you want to see. Oh wow, that's just crazy cool. Look at this, man. Holy wow. Check this out. Check that out. So what's going on here? Look at that. As they are backfilling, they are filling this full of nectar and honey. Look at that. Oh, you see one right there's got nectar on his. Look at that, storing the nectar on his legs. Look at that. So I'm also looking for the queen. She may be up here laying. I hope not. But we're also looking for old Miss Queenie while we're doing this. Still have not seen any mites. I'm looking pretty closely. And they are really going to work capping off this. The flow is going on. This is almost all pure honey. It's all nectar. They are just in there doing it. No eggs being laid in this frame. Just capping it off. Just really, look at that. Getting there good. So I'm going to lay this one down. I'll keep it in order. Some people talk about cross doing this, cross doing that method. I was reading one guy's article and he's talking about, you know, when they start stacking all these in this hive like this, you start moving all these frames around and spinning them and stuff like that, it really messes up their order of what they got going on there. So I'm trying not to really mess with the order. So as I'm putting these frames, as I'm pulling them out of here, I'm trying to put them down here in the same order they came out and the same position. That way, I don't know. Some people say it doesn't really matter. It promotes it. It move them around, make them do different things. But right now, I think it makes sense, keep the order they got it going on. They're doing what they're doing. They're doing a good job. Who am I to judge? So let's keep on going through, looking at them. Every one of these, dude, is just smack dab full of happiness. Still have not seen, and this tells me right now, old Miss Queen is probably not. Dude, these things are just heavy to death. I wish you could feel these, man. Look at this. I wish you could feel this right now. It is just, there's just weight of honey. All capped off. Just all, look at this. They're just going to work with it. Just doing that thing. Like I said, when I'm looking through here, looking to make sure I don't see Miss Queen in here. Making sure I'm not seeing any mites on the backs of them. And no beetles. Still no on that. Everything's still looking really good. Drop that in. Oh, you know what? As I said that, I just saw a beetle. If you look right here, there's one running around. It's going to be really hard to tell in here, but I saw one around. I'm going to get in there. There he is, right there. Right. Let me see if I can see him. He's right there. I'm going to get my hive tool out and I'm going to squish his little butt. That's what I'm going to do. But so therefore we see there are a few beetles in here. I got a little something for him. It's good to see that. Good to know what's going on. Got to be vigilant about that kind of stuff. So again, now I'm just going to work my way through all these I'm seeing so far. Every single one of them. Blap, 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 blap. Full. Look at this. Oh man, everyone just gets fuller. Oh, my bad, guys. Everyone is just fuller and fuller and fuller. Look at that, capped off, just doing their thing. That's what you want to see. They are storing up some serious material here. Like again, I'm going through them thoroughly at a time. Not seeing any larvae. No egg laying here, so we know queen is not up in this area as of right now. I'm not seeing any mites. I like with what I'm seeing. Everything looks pretty much in order as it should be. They're really capping it off good. So I've got 4 frames out. I'll give you all kind of I'll give you all a little looky-loo what I'm working with here. Look at this. So everything is looking really, really good on this top box. Like I said, not doing super. This is my super. I'm not doing the excluder. Right now, they don't seem to be really laying a lot of eggs up in here. I don't see any kind of egg action going on. Looks like it's all storage material. One after another. This is all the way to the center. This is all the way through all of them now. I'm halfway through the top box. And again, I'm not seeing much on that one. So it all looks pretty much the same right through there. It all looks like they're just filling that with honey. They're not doing a lot of egg laying up there. I'm liking what I'm going to see. So I'm going to start putting that one back together. I've been in there enough. Don't want to get them too mad at me, too pissy. Give me a little more smoky smoke, cool them off a little bit. Don't get them mad at us. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that box there, but put all these back inside there, and then I'm gonna pull the whole top box off and get a look down inside of the brood chamber, see what's kind of going on with that. So let me start putting these back in. Like I said, I've done a pretty good, I've done a 50-50 check here. Everything looks to be in pretty much in order where it needs to be. Don't see anything real reason to go through this any further. No kind of cells, no kind of egg laying going on up here. Just doing what they're doing up there. So like I said, we're gonna put these back in order as I found them. We're going to try to put them back in the same order. So starting with the outside one here, so we're going to keep going with the outside. And just do it in reverse. Okay, they're telling me they are mad and they don't like me right now. So I'm going to give them a little second to cool off a little bit. Listen to your bees. They know what they're doing. They know when they want to be left alone. They want time to chill out a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with walking away for a second. I can tell they get a little agitated. I don't blame them. I'll be mad too. Somebody came around my house. Come on, what's up, yo? Like I said, they've been really, really gripey lately. So I kind of was wondering tonight it might be a little. So it's cool. We're gonna get back in here and put this thing back together. One at a time. Try to do it back in the same order as it came in. Just like that. Keep them all happy and go lucky. They love their honey. They are doing it. Alrighty, well I decided it is time to add another super to the top of these two. That one's slap full. You saw the pictures, you saw the video. Every bit of that is full of capped honey, supplies. They're just nailing it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the box, the feeder box I've been using, this one here, and I'm going to add the frames to it, hang them in here, and let them start filling this one up with some honey and some supplies again. So I'm going to sit this box down like this right here. We'll take the ones with little lips on it. 1, 2, this is called a shallow box. We put 10 frames in here. Always important is about keeping the spacing tight in these. A lot of the things I see online with people talking about issues as far as crazy comb and stuff like that is the fact that they're leaving too much space in between in the boxes in different places. So you don't want to give them a lot of extra free room and they'll do some crazy stuff. Doing some crazy comb situations. So all these are the plastic foundations. A lot of people talk about too. Make sure, if you're skeptical or not, make sure all these are already pre-covered with a wax. If you need to, go ahead and wax and make sure you re-wax these. Just make sure they got plenty of wax on them because they will actually not build on them or be apprehensive about building on them if they're not waxed. So make sure all yours, the ones I get from Sweet Mountain Honey Company, they're pre-waxed. You do a good job. They're covered very well. Get the smell. You can smell like honey. So right now I'm filling this up with, this is a 10 frame shallow. I'm just going to go up on top of here and done with the feeding for right now. I'm going to go ahead and let them plenty of stuff blooming right now. They're obviously got plenty of storage. They're doing their thing. So I'm going to add these up there and just see what happens. See if they start filling these up and go from there. Again, not running excluder. Got all the frames back in the top one except one. I had one more sitting out there. It was just so pretty to look at, I couldn't stand it. So left one out to look at. So old box that I had that I was using to feed on is now going to have frames. Say 10 frame per box. So what I'm going to do now is put the last frame back in the box and get that situated in there. Like I said, they're doing great. They are full this up with brood. It's just popping. No need to get in there. Looked at it pretty closely earlier. Top box slam full supplies. They are supply wealthy. They are bee happy up in here. Nothing but comb drawn out, nothing but nectar and honey and pollen happiness. So we're going to give them more room. We're going to encourage them to keep on keeping up. And so right now I'm going to put the last frame in that box there. And then I'm going to set the other frame, the other box on top of that one. So give me a second. All right, get him back in the box a little bit so we can get this hive put on here safely. This super on here safely. All right, get those little guys off the rim. Now we can do our thing. All right, we'll go ahead and put this top box on here. Magically, without hurting anybody. And presto, presto. We got top box on full of frames now. We'll reapply cover in here. Like I said, for right now, I'm not going to feed anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and box on here, top entrance, and we are going to put on the lid. So, now we have the brood chamber. We have super number uno, no excluder. Now we have super number dos, no excluder. And we're going to rock this for a few days. Come back and check it out, give it a look and look. Actually, now that I like the way the hive's set up and I like the general health of the hive, I'm really not going to mess with it for a while. They got a lot of work to do in here. I'm not feeding anymore, so they're really going to get out there. There's that beard. I'm going to leave them alone. I'm going to go 10 days. Do a check again, make sure I don't have any kind of mite issues going on. I did not visually see anything in there that concerned me. Like I said, one or two, actually one, little fella in there, and we eradicated him, if you know what I mean. So he's no longer a threat to this hive, and so they have a long time. They got 10 frames to fill up here, or the shallows. We're gonna let them do that, let them get back to the business. They were ornery today. It was a challenge working with them. You may saw a couple cuts in this videos, and this is the reason why. They were a little ornery. You can see them right now. They're all swarming up here. It's been rain for 5-6 days straight. So, we got it done. Let them do their thing. I'm gonna leave them alone. Let them woosah, get back to their business, and keep on watching. It was sketchy today, brother.